There's something quietly disheartening about looking into your closet and feeling nothing, not excitement, not joy, just the same pieces, the same shapes, the same tired combinations that used to feel like you, but don't quite anymore. You pause in front of the mirror and think, maybe I've simply aged out of style. But deep down, you know that's not true, because style isn't about youth, it's about presence. And presence doesn't fade with time, it deepens. What changes is how we connect with our clothes. In your 20s and 30s, fashion might have been about trends, approval, maybe even a little rebellion. But in your 60s, style becomes something much more powerful, a reflection of who you've become. It's less about impressing and more about expressing. And sometimes, all it takes is one piece to reconnect with that expression. That's where the vest comes in. Yes, the vest. A piece you might have overlooked, or written off as too classic, too corporate, or too casual. But when styled with intention, the right vest can transform your outfit from just fine to effortlessly elegant. It creates shape, it adds dimension. It quietly says, I'm here, and I know who I am. In today's video, we're going to explore 6 vest styles that do exactly that. They're timeless, flattering, and surprisingly versatile. Perfect for women who want to dress with confidence, without compromising comfort or authenticity. And at the end, I'll share 2 simple but powerful style tips that have helped so many women over 60 break free from the fashion rut and fall in love with their wardrobe again. Because no matter your age, you deserve to feel beautiful, effortlessly and unapologetically. The little black vest, simplicity that speaks volumes. There's a reason the little black dress has become a fashion icon. It's timeless, elegant, and endlessly adaptable. But there's a quieter cousin in the wardrobe family that deserves just as much praise. The little black vest. It doesn't scream for attention, it doesn't try too hard, but when styled well, it has the power to bring structure, poise, and quiet confidence to any outfit. And that's exactly what many of us are looking for in this chapter of life. You've done the trends, you've tried the bold statements. Now it's about clarity, in your style and in your spirit. A black vest offers just that. It creates shape without restriction. You can layer it over a crisp blouse for a polished, refined look. Perfect for a lunch date, museum afternoon, or even a casual family gathering. Or let it take center stage on its own, paired with wide-leg trousers and delicate jewelry. It's both a foundation and a feature. Personally, I keep a tailored black vest with clean lines and subtle details. No fussy buttons or bulky pockets. It hugs at just the right places and falls effortlessly below the waist. On days when I don't want to overthink my outfit, it's my go-to. With minimal effort, I feel put together and aligned with my best self. And here's the magic. You can pair it with neutrals for a sleek monochromatic look, or let it anchor bolder textures, like satin, tweed, or soft knits, for contrast. Either way, it gives you control over how much polish or ease you want to bring to your day. The little black vest doesn't age, it evolves, just like you. And while this piece is all about refined simplicity, the next vest brings a touch of tailored elegance with a twist. Let's talk about the pinstriped vest and how it can take your style from expected to effortlessly chic. The pinstriped vest, where structure meets softness. If the little black vest is about quiet strength, then the pinstriped vest is its confident, slightly more adventurous sister. There's something undeniably powerful about pinstripes. They've long been associated with boardrooms, structure, and formality, the kind of look that commands respect without raising its voice. But for women over 60, pinstripes can take on an entirely new energy. No longer about climbing ladders. Now, it's about standing tall in your own story. A well-cut pinstriped vest brings gentle structure to the torso, highlighting the shoulders and subtly lengthening the silhouette. It's flattering without being fitted, bold without being brash, and when styled with intention, it beautifully bridges the line between formal and relaxed. I often reach for mine on days when I want to feel pulled together but not overdressed. Pair it with a simple white tee or a silk blouse, and suddenly the whole outfit feels polished. For bottoms, I love a high-waisted, wide-leg pant for elegance, or dark wash-fitted jeans when I want a smart casual vibe that still feels effortless. But the secret is in the texture. Choose a soft wool or linen blend rather than stiff synthetics. It adds movement, fluidity, and comfort that feels aligned with a more graceful pace of life. And don't forget the accessories. A pair of silver hoop earrings, a statement cuff, or even a vintage brooch on the lapel can instantly modernize this classic. It's about balance, between past and present, between masculine tailoring and feminine ease. What I love most about the pinstriped vest is how it transforms with your intention. Wear it open for a casual drape, buttoned for impact, layered under a lightweight coat in colder months. It works, because you make it work. So if you're seeking sophistication with a whisper of structure, this vest is your new ally. But what if you're craving something more playful, a pop of joy, a dose of boldness? Up next, let's explore the bold colored vest and how embracing color can help you fall in love with your reflection again. The bold colored vest, because color is confidence. Let's be honest, somewhere along the way, many of us were told that bold colors aren't age appropriate. We were encouraged to fade into beige, stick to navy, lean on soft pastels or neutrals. And while there's nothing wrong with timeless tones, what if color was the very thing you needed to feel alive again? Because color doesn't shout your age, it reflects your energy. And yes, even one bold piece, like a structured vest in vibrant red, deep emerald, or mustard yellow, can shift your entire look and your entire mood. It might feel intimidating at first. You might think, that's too loud for me. But the truth is, it's not about being loud. It's about being seen by others and by yourself. A bold colored vest invites presence. Try a double-breasted vest in a rich jewel tone, worn over a simple white shirt. Let the color do the talking. Keep the rest clean. Slim trousers, neutral shoes, and understated accessories. The contrast creates a kind of effortless impact. You didn't try too hard, but you look unforgettable. For summer events, I love pairing a coral or mango-toned vest with soft linen pants and strappy sandals. It feels warm, fresh, and just a little unexpected, in the best way. And when the weather cools, layer a bold vest over a black turtleneck and add ankle boots. Instant sophistication with soul. Here's what makes it work. Intentional balance. Let one item, the vest, carry the energy. Keep your jewelry minimal, your makeup soft, and your attitude bold. Because wearing color isn't about drawing attention. It's about radiating confidence, joy, and authenticity. I've seen it happen. A woman walks into a room in head-to-toe neutrals, and she blends in. That same woman puts on a fuchsia or teal vest, and suddenly she lights up from within. It's not the color itself, it's how she feels in it. So if you've been playing it safe, maybe it's time to play a little. Because when you embrace color, you don't just brighten your wardrobe, you brighten the way you see yourself. And if bold is the language of joy, then edge is the language of freedom. Up next, we'll talk about the oversized leather gilet, the perfect vest for women who want to mix polish with a little rebellion. The oversized leather gilet. A little edge, a lot of elegance. There are days when you don't want to feel put together. You want to feel powerful, a little daring, maybe even a little rebellious, in the most graceful way possible. That's where the oversized leather gilet steps in. It's bold without being loud. It doesn't conform. It defines. And for many women over 60, it's the exact piece that reconnects them with a side of themselves they thought had faded long ago. Because aging gracefully doesn't mean playing it safe. It means playing by your own rules. The beauty of an oversized leather gilet lies in its contrast. Its structure is strong, but the way it drapes is forgiving. It adds volume without bulk, attitude without effort. I love wearing mine over a fitted black top and flared trousers. It adds shape without feeling stiff. Or on more casual days, I'll throw it over a long sleeve tee and dark jeans with a simple ankle boot. In both cases, it turns a basic outfit into a conversation. Accessories take it even further. A pair of silver hoop earrings, a cuff bracelet, maybe even a bold pair of sunglasses. Each touch adds to the vibe, not flashy, just fearless. But here's the thing, the leather gilet doesn't just change how you look, it changes how you walk into a room. You feel taller, more grounded. Not because the vest is magic, but because it reminds you of the strength you already carry, and that's something many of us forget. We're allowed to express that strength outwardly. We're allowed to mix softness with sharpness, elegance with edge. So, if you've been craving a little fire in your fashion, let this be your spark. The oversized leather gilet says, I've lived, I've learned, and I've still got more to say. But what about those days when you want to keep things soft and casual without slipping into the ordinary? Next, we'll explore the denim vest, your perfect partner in effortless, everyday elegance. The denim vest, where ease meets elegance. Casual doesn't have to mean careless, and comfort never needs to cancel out confidence. That's the magic of the denim vest. It brings just enough structure to feel put together and just enough ease to feel like you're not trying too hard. For many women over 60, it becomes the trusted go-to, the piece that says, I'm relaxed, but I still care. Because style at this age isn't about dressing up. It's about showing up, and denim, when done right, helps you do just that. But not all denim vests are created equal. Look for one with a soft wash and a flattering cut, perhaps a slight taper at the waist or curved hem that softens the lines. Avoid anything too boxy or stiff, unless you're intentionally going for that structured look. What makes it shine is how you elevate it. Pair it with a silky blouse in cream or blush for softness. Or throw it over a printed maxi dress to add contrast. Want to go classic? Layer it with a crisp button-down and straight-leg pants. Top it all off with a long pendant necklace or a woven belt, and suddenly, your casual outfit turns quietly chic. I've seen women wear denim vests to brunch, farmers markets, even garden parties. And in each case, they weren't just dressed, they were expressing, because the denim vest gives space for personality. It doesn't overwhelm, it supports. You can roll up your sleeves, add some stacked bangles, and still look like yourself, just a bit more refined. And here's a little tip. If your vest feels too plain, add a vintage brooch on the lapel. That small detail adds history, texture, and individuality, all without shouting for attention. So if you've ever felt torn between dressing comfortably and dressing well, the denim vest is your answer. It's the middle ground, the grace between cozy and chic. But what about when the weather heats up, or you're simply in the mood for something light, breathable, and quietly luxurious? In the next section, we'll explore the linen waistcoat, the ultimate vest for effortless elegance in any season. The linen waistcoat, quiet luxury for every season. There's something incredibly soothing about linen. It doesn't try to impress. It doesn't demand attention. It simply exists. Light, airy, and elegant in the most understated way. And in a world that often equates beauty with boldness, linen reminds us that softness can be just as powerful. A linen waistcoat is a wardrobe whisper, not a shout. It speaks of ease, simplicity, and grounded confidence. It's the kind of piece you wear when you want to feel cool, composed, and quietly radiant. Perfect for the woman who's not chasing trends, but setting her own rhythm. I reach for mine on warm days when the sun is high and my energy is calm. It layers effortlessly over a flowing summer skirt or tailored linen pants. Sometimes I wear it open, with a soft tank underneath and delicate jewelry. Other times, I button it up and let it be the center of the look. Clean lines, light fabric, and absolute freedom. Its beauty lies in how easily it adapts. In spring or summer, pair it with sleeveless tops and strappy flats. In cooler months, throw it over a thin sweater with ankle boots. Add a long scarf for texture, or keep it bare for simplicity. Linen doesn't age, it evolves. With every wear, it softens and molds to you. Like wisdom, it gets better with time. And while some may think linen wrinkles are a flaw, I see them as a reminder that life isn't meant to be pressed and perfect. It's meant to move, to breathe, to feel natural. If you're drawn to softness, if you crave a break from stiff tailoring and synthetic fabrics, the linen waistcoat may be your fashion homecoming. It brings elegance without effort and comfort without compromise, a symbol of womanhood that no longer feels the need to prove anything. But even the most thoughtfully chosen vest needs one finishing touch, a detail that frames your face, brightens your outfit, and pulls it all together. Up next, we'll talk about the power of a well-chosen scarf and how it can transform your entire look. The finishing touch, a scarf that frames the soul. Sometimes, all an outfit needs is a whisper of elegance, not a whole new look, not another statement piece, just something soft, something close to the heart. That's the power of a scarf. When paired with a vest, whether bold, denim, linen, or pinstriped, a scarf doesn't compete. It completes. It brings color toward the face, lifts your natural glow, and gently ties together the energy of your outfit. But more than that, a scarf carries sentiment. Maybe it was a gift from a loved one. Maybe you picked it up on a special trip. Maybe you simply fell in love with its colors, its silkiness, the way it made you feel the first time you draped it on. That emotion becomes part of your presence. And that's what makes style memorable. Not what you wear, but how you feel wearing it. If your vest feels a bit too structured, wrap a soft scarf loosely around your neck. If you want to add polish to a casual look, try tying a silk square at the collarbone, a quiet nod to vintage grace. Cool day, drape it over your shoulders, let it fall naturally. No need to overstyle it, let it move with you. And here's something to keep in mind. The right scarf can frame your face better than makeup ever could. Choose tones that complement your skin and hair. Soft taupe, dusty rose, warm teal, gentle ivory. Or, if you're feeling playful, go bold. Burnt orange, cobalt, or deep berry. Let the scarf speak your mood. It's not just an accessory, it's a message to yourself and the world that beauty lives in the details. So next time you feel like something's missing, reach for that scarf. And let it finish not just your outfit, but your expression. Now that we've explored how each vest and its perfect companion can elevate your look, it's time to wrap everything up with a little heart-to-heart. In our final section, I'll share 2 essential tips that every stylish woman over 60 should know. Plus, a reminder of why this journey into fashion is really a journey back to yourself. You deserve to feel this beautiful every single day. Remember that moment we talked about at the beginning? Standing in front of your closet, feeling like nothing quite fits who you are anymore. Maybe it wasn't about the clothes. Maybe it was about the disconnect between the woman you've become and the wardrobe that hasn't caught up yet. But today, I hope something shifted. Not because we talked about fabric or cuts or how to style a vest, but because we talked about you, about your softness, your strength, your story, and how each of those things deserves to be reflected in what you wear. So here are the 2 tips I promised. Not rules, just gentle reminders. First, keep it simple. We often think more layers, more patterns, more accessories will create impact, but the most elegant outfits are often the quietest. Let your vest and your presence do the talking. Trust that less can truly be more. Second, fit is everything. No matter how beautiful the piece, if it doesn't fit your body comfortably and confidently, it won't feel right. Pay attention to the shoulders, the drape, the way it moves with you. That's not vanity, it's self-respect. Because style at this stage of life isn't about chasing approval. It's about dressing in a way that feels like home. So go back to that mirror, not to criticize, but to witness. A woman who's lived, who's loved, who's evolved, and who's still just as worthy of feeling radiant as ever. If this video spoke to something inside you, I'd love for you to subscribe and stay connected. Because here, we're not just talking about fashion, we're celebrating the beauty of becoming. You deserve to feel this beautiful every single day, and you already are.